We've talked a little bit about how, as they've been under pressure on the Epstein files, they have been ratcheting up the rhetoric in other enemies.
Yeah.
Right? Specifically Obama with that sort of weird AI, like between that AI video, like Obama being arrested in the Oval Office, but not only like the Murdochs, the media, the whatever. One thing I wonder about with them is that as things start to go wrong, right? If they're under pressure, if they're looking, their midterm is going badly or looking bad, or they lose the House in the midterms, is if they start to get cornered, like what kinds of fights do they try to create to distract from their problems, or to create a kind of different problem that they would prefer to be in, right? Because as you're saying from India, in other places, this stuff can really get dangerous.
Yeah.
And, you know, some stuff they've been doing with immigrants, right? You know, again, I've like sort of talked about my fears of like what they will try to do with New York in a Mamdani mayoralty, because I think they will just want that fight. Like they have an instinct. Trump has an instinct, and you really saw it on display, that when he is in trouble, he tries to move his base by escalating warfare with some other enemy he prefers.
Yeah.
And I just see that coming, right? I don't think we're in like a steady equilibrium, and you just really saw in this like how they'll turn it up.
But it didn't work. I don't think it worked, and that's why when there is,
but I don't think they're done.
They're not going to stop. But I think that's why the Epstein thing is like such a perfect thing for like the American populace to support, because it puts this immense pressure on him to deliver on a promise that he actually has the power to deliver on, and he's choosing not to.
So you're just saying strategically we should not let up on this.
Do not let up on that.
Do not let yourself get distracted.
Don't be distracted by the other shit. It's like if I see like liberals hammering this, like change the name to the Redskins thing.
Are any liberals actually caring about the Redskins thing? I've seen no people caring about this.
But that's what I love.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is great. So if I see them falling for it, I'm going, guys, this is the trap. You're falling for the bait. Stay on this one thing that is important to you because you're a decent human being that he has the power to reveal. And if he chooses and his administration chooses and these congressmen choose not to me, it shows that they're complicit in it. 100%.
I think it's, and I agree, and I think it's also equally as important to point out all this corruption, all this pay to play, all this like silencing PBS, NPR.
We're doing it right now.
Yeah, like we have to keep the foot on the neck of that.
Absolutely. And people will be upset at us.
Slowly changing.
They'll go, hey, you had him on your podcast. This is why we're in this situation. I get the frustration, but like, we also got to go. What do we do in that situation? Do we just sit here and go like, okay, I guess we won't say anything? No, we got to keep saying it. Anytime it goes against something that like we feel is important, we got to keep saying it.
One of the things that I find so frustrating about the administration and like the way that they weaponize things that are real and then take it in a really dark direction. It's like, how much did we hear in the Biden era about free speech? And like, understand, like the idea of cancel culture was real, right? And the idea that people felt afraid to say certain things was real. And then like they come in and in space after space where they have power, like they are using the power of the state directly to change what people can say. Like they are like going through immigrants' phones, right? You like can't get into this country through customs if like the wrong thing is on your phone, right? You can say what they allow you to say. They went through all the grants and canceled everyone with the word diversity in it, right? If you had said anything as a public employee, you got fired, right? They have gone to this kind of enforcement of the speech the boss allows. And I'm not just like here to call it hypocrisy. Like to your good political point, there are a lot of people who actually do care about free speech.
You're saying that
like
Trump is acting like a Democrat. Which should frustrate us all. Like
he is acting in the way people, I think Democrats act. Like Democrats wield a lot of cultural power. He's wielding a lot of state power.
That's a great distinction. That's a great distinction.
So the same frustration that a lot of people had with Democrats, you know, silencing free speech culturally, maybe not through policy, but at least through cancellation and like, you can't say these words and you're naughty and all this finger wagging. If he's doing the same thing through state power, yes, one, that's like actual power that can restrict those things. So I'm not arguing like what is worse. What I'm saying is that same sentiment of restricting free speech should enrage all of us that like free speech. And we got to call it out on both sides.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. I feel like there should be unilateral support for that. You know, because you heard the right talk a lot about it, right? You heard the right talk about like free speech is the freedom to say things you disagree with. It's like, all right, well.
Yeah, where were they?
Like,
man he sued the Des Moines Register.
But I agree with that.
Over Ann Selzer's poll showing him down in Iowa.
Yeah.
even though he won out, right? Like polls are wrong sometimes.
But Ann sells her as an anti-Semite, and she hasn't said Israel enough, and you know that. Okay?
I mean, I don't know enough, but even like the Khalil Mahmood situation.
Oh yeah.
Like that seemed like a suppression of free speech.
Yes. I mean, I will be able to say more about like I'm doing a show with him tomorrow.
Oh really?
It'll come out in a little bit, so I haven't talked to him yet. But yeah, the throwing of people in detention for things they have said
Absolutely.
is terrifying, right? I mean, we are not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who were rallying for free speech at one point like seemed pretty quiet
Silent.
about that. But there are a lot of people who actually do care about, like something I'll give like Joe Rogan credit for, right? It was like he's pretty loud on due process over these last couple of months.
Yeah.
Like this is not the way we want to be doing things, right?
And Israel.
Yeah, and
And Israe.
I haven't watched him on Israel.
Yeah.
So
But
I don't know what I'm agreeing to there.
Oh, no, fair. Just the criticism of the like extent of the destruction in Gaza.
Yeah, I mean, that's a different topic, but yes. The weaponization of the government's powers to change like what institutions can do and say all the way to what individuals can do and say is like really scary, right? Like all these like students who are terrified of getting things revoked and the feeling that this is going to escalate.
Yeah.
Right. And so, yeah, this feels like a place where people should draw a very hard line. And it's why I'm sort of more on your side. Yes, it is hard as a person running a university who is responsible for its income. Yes, it's hard as a person running a corporation who wants to sell it or doesn't want to lose contracts or whatever it is. And also, yeah, it's hard. Like, it's hard.
Took the job, dude.
Yeah, you took a job. Like, it's hard is like working 3 jobs and not making enough to support your family.
What do
Like,
we say
what's hard is like coming here as a refugee and being turned away, or like having lived here and like have a job under a temporary protection program, having Trump like yank it away. Like, I'm just not like
the job
I'm
is
just
hard.
not that sympathetic.
We say it to policemen all the time, and people have no issue with it, right?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, the job is hard. It is dangerous. Like they say that, they throw it in policeman's face, and it's like, well, let's throw it in a billionaire media conglomerate's face too.
Like
then.
Jeff Bezos could have
took
been
a fucking hard job.
Yeah,
Dude.
Jeff
Deal with
Bezos
it.
could have been like Jeff Bezos, who personally, as I understand it, cleared Democracy Dies in Darkness, like in the first administration, and like is out here like I guess like paying Melania Trump $40 million to be an executive producer on 2 documentaries. Like the whole thing.
I wonder what that has to do with. I wonder if there's any government contracts that Amazon wants.
There's just been I think an abdication of responsibility among people who have social responsibility. Like they do not just have shareholder
How
responsibility.
badass would it be if Colbert just did the show himself with the team?
I love that.
On YouTube. And it became the biggest fucking show. It's like, take the same exact model that a lot of us did during a time where we felt like we couldn't say or didn't get the opportunities on like, traditional networks or whatever. You go, you do it on YouTube, and it fucking explodes, or it dies. And that's the people will decide. But what a badass fucking move. And if you really want to hold the powers that be accountable, like there's a perfect opportunity for it. I think there'd be so much support just off the rebelliousness of it. Like it'd be awesome to see, you're going to shut me down? Fuck you. I got some money. And I got a great staff, and we're going to make great shows. And it could be a smaller version of it. But to me, that is just such a great...
What multiverse would that be, where the mainstream media is super pro-Trump, and then the internet media is fuck Trump, he sucks?
How cool would that be?
But
Like,
I don't think the thing you said a little bit ago, which I think is like really right. I mean, comedy and also independent media is like by nature anti-institutionalist.
Yeah,
that's
and
true.
Trump is the institution. Now, this is the whole problem they're having with Epstein. Like, and it opens up vulnerabilities they don't really know what to do with.
Yep.
They are much better at wielding the power of being the system now.
I don't mean to look
But they
at
also
my
don't know
phone,
what to do about being the system.
To your point about Epstein, Trump live updates. Judge denies request to unseal Epstein grand jury transcripts in Florida. So, I guess
So even the non-measure, they still
yeah.
you gotta. Listen, bro. It's like you gotta talk about it.
they're protecting pedophiles, man.
They 100% are. They 100% are.
They are protecting pedophiles.
100% are.